Unveiling the Philosophical World of Edmund Husserl. Edmund Husserl, born in 1859, is heralded as the father of phenomenology, reshaping the landscape of 20th-century philosophy. His pioneering work introduced a new way of examining consciousness, emphasizing the importance of experience and perception over empirical evidence, thus laying a foundation for existentialism and shaping the existentialist movement. Initially embarking on a career in mathematics, Husserl experienced a profound shift in interest towards philosophy. This transition was fueled by a desire to understand the foundations of mathematics and logic, leading him to explore the realms of human consciousness and experience, thereby diverting his path from numbers to existential inquiries. Husserl's philosophical endeavors provided the scaffolding for existentialism, influencing a generation of thinkers. His exploration of consciousness and the human condition offered a fresh perspective, challenging traditional notions of reality and existence. This groundwork not only catalyzed the existentialist movement but also enriched discussions on human freedom, alienation, and authenticity. A significant figure in Husserl's intellectual journey was Franz Brentano, his mentor, who instilled in him the importance of the intentional nature of consciousness. Brentano's influence was profound, guiding Husserl towards the phenomenological method, which would become the hallmark of his philosophical legacy, emphasizing introspection and the direct analysis of experience. Among Husserl's revolutionary concepts was the phenomenological reduction, a method aimed at examining pure consciousness. This approach sought to strip away biases and presuppositions, allowing for a direct investigation into the essence of experiences. Through this, Husserl aspired to establish a rigorous, scientific study of consciousness, significantly impacting later philosophical thought. Edmund Husserl's Logical Investigations is a seminal work that marked a turning point in 20th-century philosophy. Through it, Husserl critiqued the prevalent psychologism of his time, arguing against the reduction of logical phenomena to psychological processes. This magnum opus paved the way for a new, rigorous science of logic and consciousness. In his exploration of consciousness, Husserl introduced the groundbreaking concept of the phenomenological reduction. This method aimed to set aside presuppositions about the external world, focusing instead on the pure experience of consciousness. His approach sought to uncover the foundational structures of conscious experience, setting a precedent for subsequent philosophical inquiry. Husserl's influence extended beyond philosophy into the existentialist movement, laying significant groundwork for its development. His focus on individual experience and the essence of being helped shape existentialist thought, with key figures like Jean-Paul Sartre and Martin Heidegger drawing heavily from his work. Husserl's emphasis on the subjective perspective enriched existential philosophy, highlighting the complexities of human existence. A pivotal figure in Husserl's intellectual journey was Franz Brentano, under whom Husserl studied. Brentano's philosophical approach deeply influenced Husserl, particularly his emphasis on intentionality, the notion that consciousness is always directed towards an object. This concept became central to Husserl's own philosophical explorations, further enriching the field of phenomenology. Husserl's teaching career saw him nurturing the minds of future philosophical giants, including Martin Heidegger and Jean-Paul Sartre. As a professor at the University of Göttingen and later at the University of Freiburg, Husserl's influence permeated through his students, who would go on to expand and challenge his ideas. This generational transmission of knowledge underscored Husserl's lasting impact on philosophy. Edmund Husserl, despite being baptized as a Lutheran, was born into a Jewish family. This detail of his life becomes poignant when considering the broader context of his time, especially with the rise of Nazism. His Jewish heritage, in a time fraught with anti-Semitism, cast a long shadow over his later years, affecting him deeply both personally and professionally. The rise of Nazism in Germany had a profound impact on Husserl, leading to his professional and personal isolation. This period was marked by increasing restrictions and hostile attitudes towards Jews, which inevitably seeped into academic and intellectual circles. Husserl found himself marginalized, his contributions and teachings overshadowed by the prevailing political climate. Central to Husserl's philosophy is the concept of intentionality, which posits that consciousness is always directed towards objects. This groundbreaking idea challenged existing notions of consciousness, suggesting that our awareness is always about something, thereby laying a foundational principle for phenomenology. This concept underscored the active, relational nature of human consciousness. Husserl argued that consciousness is inherently about a something, a notion that has become a fundamental principle of phenomenology. This idea shifted the focus of philosophical inquiry towards the structures of experience and the ways in which we engage with the world around us. It opened new avenues for understanding the complexities of human consciousness. In his later work, Husserl delved into genetic phenomenology, exploring the genesis of meaning in subjective experience. This phase of his work sought to understand how experiences accumulate and interconnect to form the basis of our understanding and interpretation of the world. It represented a significant deepening of his earlier explorations into the structures of consciousness, highlighting the dynamic and evolving nature of human experience. In 1933, Edmund Husserl was honored with the Adlerschild Deutschenreichs, a prestigious German accolade recognizing his groundbreaking contributions to philosophy. This award underscored the academic community's high regard for Husserl's innovative work, particularly in phenomenology, despite the turbulent political atmosphere of the time. Husserl's archives in Leuven, Belgium, serve as a treasure trove for scholars. They house thousands of manuscripts, offering deep insights into his philosophical inquiries. This extensive collection has become an essential resource for understanding Husserl's thoughts and the development of phenomenological research. Husserl was profoundly influenced by Descartes, aspiring to develop a new Cartesianism. He aimed to establish a firmer foundation for philosophy and science by deeply questioning the nature of consciousness and existence. Husserl's work sought to rejuvenate Cartesian skepticism with a fresh, phenomenological approach. In diverse fields such as psychology, architecture, and environmental studies, Husserl's philosophy has found application. His investigations into the structures of consciousness and the nature of experience have provided a rich framework for exploring human perception, design principles, and our interaction with the environment. Husserl emphasized the importance of epoche, a methodological suspension of judgment about the natural world, in phenomenological research. This approach allowed researchers to study the structures of consciousness without presuppositions, opening new pathways for understanding human experience and the essence of reality. Edmund Husserl's exploration of time consciousness delves deep into how we perceive time and its intricate relationship with consciousness. He proposed that time is not a sequence of events experienced passively but an active construction of consciousness, allowing us to navigate past, present, and future in a coherent narrative of experience. Despite facing criticism for what some saw as solipsism, Husserl's philosophy stands as a testament to the depth of his inquiry into consciousness. Critics argued that his focus on the individual's experience could lead to a disconnect from reality. However, Husserl maintained that understanding individual consciousness was crucial to grasping the essence of collective human experience. Husserl's interactions with leading intellectuals through correspondence offered a window into the evolution of his thought. These exchanges, rich in philosophical debate, helped refine his ideas and spread his influence, showcasing the collaborative nature of philosophical progress and the importance of dialogue in the development of ideas. Deeply influenced by Immanuel Kant's transcendental philosophy, Husserl sought to advance it. He aimed to build upon Kant's foundations, proposing a philosophy that combined rigorous analysis of consciousness with an understanding of its role in shaping reality. This ambition led to a new Cartesianism, redefining the relationship between mind and world. Husserl's passing in 1938 marked the end of an era, but his philosophical legacy lived on through his unpublished manuscripts. These texts, which continued to be studied and published posthumously, have kept his ideas alive and influential in contemporary philosophical debates, underscoring the enduring impact of his work on the field. Edmund Husserl's method of eidetic reduction is a cornerstone of his philosophical inquiry, aiming to reveal the essential structures of consciousness. This method involves stripping away the layers of subjective experience to uncover the universal essence that lies beneath. It's a meticulous process that seeks to understand the core attributes that define our conscious experience. The establishment of the Husserl archives in Leuven by Herman Leo van Breda was a pivotal moment in preserving Husserl's legacy. Van Breda heroically rescued Husserl's papers from the brink of destruction in Nazi Germany, ensuring that his extensive manuscripts and correspondence could continue to inspire and educate future generations of scholars and philosophers. In The Crisis of European Sciences, Husserl critiques the prevailing scientific practices of his time, arguing they have lost their meaningful connection to human life. This seminal work calls for a radical reevaluation of science, advocating for a return to a more foundational inquiry that prioritizes the lived experience and its significance to our existence. Husserl's philosophy advocates for a return to the things themselves, emphasizing the importance of grounding scientific and philosophical inquiry in the direct examination of phenomena as they are experienced. This approach seeks to bypass the assumptions and abstractions that often distance us from the authentic essence of our experiences. His influence on deconstruction and post-structuralist thought highlights Husserl's lasting impact on philosophy. By insisting on the direct engagement with phenomena and challenging the conventional methods of understanding, Husserl laid the groundwork for future philosophical movements that continue to question and deconstruct the structures of knowledge and experience. Edmund Husserl's lifelong correspondence with Roman and Garden proved to be a fertile ground for exploring phenomenological issues. Through their letters, both philosophers delved into the nuances of consciousness and experience, enriching the discourse around phenomenology. This exchange highlighted the collaborative nature of philosophical inquiry, emphasizing the importance of dialogue in the evolution of ideas. Husserl's concept of intersubjectivity shed light on the complexity of understanding others' experiences. He argued that our grasp of another's consciousness is not merely an imaginative projection but is rooted in the shared structures of our life world. This idea has profound implications for empathy and the social sciences, offering a framework for comprehending the subjective experiences of others. The notion of horizon, introduced by Husserl, refers to the contextual backdrop that gives objects their meaning. This concept is crucial for understanding how individuals navigate their world, as it encapsulates the idea that our perceptions are always embedded within a broader context of experience and expectation. It underscores the relational aspect of consciousness and its objects. Husserl's influence extended beyond philosophy, inspiring the phenomenological movement in France and significantly impacting 20th-century French thought. His ideas provided the intellectual scaffolding for many French philosophers, who expanded on his concepts to explore new territories in existentialism, post-structuralism, and beyond. This testament to Husserl's profound influence showcases the universal applicability of his phenomenological method. In critiquing the reduction of consciousness to mere brain processes, Husserl championed the irreducibility of subjective experience. He argued that consciousness, with its rich, qualitative dimensions, cannot be fully explained by physical processes alone. This stance has sparked ongoing debates in philosophy of mind, psychology, and cognitive science, emphasizing the depth and complexity of human consciousness. Edmund Husserl's exploration into the realms of perception, memory, and imagination has been nothing short of revolutionary. His work dissected the intricate ways we experience and interpret the world around us. By challenging the traditional views that confined consciousness to mere brain processes, Husserl opened up new avenues for understanding human cognition. Despite the harsh conditions of anti-Semitism and professional challenges that Husserl faced, his commitment to philosophy never wavered. His resilience is a testament to the enduring nature of his quest for knowledge. Even as the world around him grew hostile, Husserl's philosophical endeavors continued to thrive, showcasing his unwavering dedication to exploring the depths of human consciousness. The foundations Husserl laid in the study of phenomenology have paved the way for countless scholars to delve deeper into the essence of human experience. His meticulous approach to dissecting the structures of consciousness has set a high standard for philosophical inquiry, encouraging a rigorous examination of what it means to experience the world. Husserl's legacy in philosophy is marked by his relentless pursuit of understanding consciousness in its purest form. His work has not only influenced his contemporaries, but also continues to resonate with modern philosophers. The depth of his insights into the nature of human experience ensures his place as a pivotal figure in the ongoing philosophical discourse. The impact of Edmund Husserl's contributions to philosophy remains profound. His pioneering work on phenomenology has forever changed the way we think about consciousness, perception, and the essence of human experience. As contemporary debates continue to draw on his ideas, Husserl's influence is a clear testament to his lasting significance in the field.